33 heroes, 17 matches, and geysers. Geysers? Yeah, geysers. So, AI duel tournaments. They're really fun to watch. The last time this was done was 5 years ago by a massive, smart person that I can't remember the name of at the moment, but I will show you his channel. He did this 5 years ago. Now, the sad thing is his methods cannot be recreated, sadly. The map he used in his AI duels tournament was the Forge. Now, there is no way to actually spectate AI by themselves. I've tried everything you can't. You need to find a way to unalive yourself to watch them. Now, what he did was he used the big hammers to knock himself down and he could spectate. But For Honor decided to change the brawls area for the Forge, taking away the anvil area and making it the open area, which means I can't use that anymore. Now, I found the one and only one map that I can do it on. Cathedral. Geysers. Step on a geyser, you die when it goes off. Now, this can be consistent and inconsistent. Round 1, that geyser will always kill you, mainly before an AI can show up and try to attack you. Mainly, my focus was to pick the slower AI to not spectate, so they would have a harder time getting towards me, but sometimes that would never work. As you can see, sometimes the AI will charge me and I will have to restart because of a basic error, like them running at me and dying to the geyser, which isn't really fair. Now, if they do it in round 2, I really don't care, because if they've already won a round or something, I can't recreate that round. Now, again, about the geysers, what's very inconsistent about them is the spawn areas. Sometimes round 1, round 2, I'll be able to spectate them pretty quick. Round 3, not really much of the same. Or round 4, it's one of them. But I will spawn too far away from a geyser initially to spectate the initial start of the match, which you'll see sometimes, probably most of the time, the later rounds, a lot of damage has already been done to people because I couldn't spectate them and maybe they were thrown in a geyser and thrown into something. Now, as you can also see in most not most, but some matches, a lot of the AI use the geysers to their advantage. Now, is that cheap? Cheesy? Yes. Can I do anything about it? No, I can't. This is the only thing I can do. So, without further ado, let the first of my ever AI Duels tournament begin.
Here comes a new challenger!
Alright, round 1 begins. Bring out the offense. Push Armusha not into the geyser. He's going for the full combo. Very nice dodge attack. And goes for his parry punish. Dodging the spell, tries to interrupt the can. Armusha, beautiful wave blockade. Bash missing again. Gets the kick off into the wall, but into the ring of bell. Very cool combo. Would help him out if that ring the bell interrupts the roam heavy. Put him out of stamina.
Victory!
Round 2 started. Armusha already low on health, but he's bringing it back down to barrage of attacks. He's going to now punch with guard break that fast again. Stops the ball in his tracks. Bash to zone, putting Armusha 2-0. Alright, round 3 begins. Both defenders same health. Dodge type too heavy into wall spike. Bash still not gonna ever connect. Armusha keen on not letting that happen. Big damage for going with that new plan. Which is a flurry of attacks. Some getting some not. Gorb brings back with his own offense of his own. He puts Armusha down for 3-0. Armusha has been eliminated in the first round and easily.
Victory!
2 minutes. Moves on. Getting a bit of offense. He's not gonna let up either. He's all for the guard break attempt. Throw into the geyser. A nice carry on the heavy. zone, but the deflect doesn't punish him. Another deflect out of PK into the Geyser. Some good damage coming out from PK here. She's still in the red. One hit from death.
Victory!
Able to get that one hit off. Scary takes round 1.
Round 2. Victory!
PK disqualifies herself from round 2 for attacking the cameraman while trying to kill herself. Unfortunate for Peacekeeper. Right, round 3 starting off. Peacekeeper on her last lifeline here, already at half health against Ace Fury. Really deciding to battle out with the Geyser. Maybe Peacekeeper's benefit here. Maybe Peacekeeper will get hit by it. Decides to get the parry. The Geyser comes out and Ace Fury cannot get out of the way. Peacekeeper's strategy to keep her in the Geyser gets her another round of late elimination. Round 4 slide, Peacekeeper already at 1 health. Gets the Geyser to work with her and Peacekeeper gets it knocked out. We can even witness what happened.
Victory!
Peacekeeper has been quickly eliminated. Getting in almost as fast as
Victory!
Scary moves on. Lever's starting out Kensei already on the good side of the Kensei. They're not going to most by more block the second. Dodges. So it's selling some offense for the lights. Kind of chipping away at the Kensei legs connecting, not the punch though. Kensei gets hit by the level 2 punch and the level 1 punch. Doesn't fall for being blocked. Tries to superior block this, the forward heavy, but gets the second ball and gets it. Gets a nasty light parry. And parries another one. Doesn't go for the light parry kill. Still gets him with a dodge attack. Begins getting the spirit one. Sense not getting too heavies. Connection, knocks him out of it. Everyone's staring at each other, trying to figure out what's off is gonna work. Kensei dodge attack does connect. Set punches does the other Kensei. Feints the lead. He's going to get hit. But wants to run away from the active guys that are Kensei already stepped back to the offense. Tries to get up there and puts him out of stamina in the fight. Now Sense on his offense with these right punches. Kensei does not know what to do. He dodges. Set gets the wall split and he decides to stare him down. Maybe a sign of PM saying I can beat you anyway. And he does beat him anyway. Going for an execution of PM as well. He's telling Kensei, I'm better than you.
Defeat!
Give him the thumbs down. Seeing not a lot of sportsmen here except for now. He decides to take his place. Alright, round 2 sits on the bench with Kensei, both similar health. Kensei will get the wall splat. Decides to go for a light instead of switching block a little. So dodge attack does not connect, but the flurry right after does, and Kensei is getting beat. Staring each other down, figuring what they're going to do. Kensei falls to the block of grenade, and he's going to get put in the mixer. Can't dodge the punch. Kensei does go down for a quick 3-0.
Victory!
Round 1 starting to work right with the bat, getting a flurry of fights into a heavy into the wall fight. This year already taking a lot of control, going for the take into a deep fight, just doing it for style. One has a big hill to climb up here, just for having Kane seeing what her options are. Interrupting the guard with a level 1 full dash bash. Miraculously avoids the trap zone, but can't avoid the rest of it. Gets his money
Defeat!
her belt carried and literally takes round 1 smoothly. Half health. Round 2 starts. Gordon begins throwing the Nipsey into the Geyser, putting her already at 1 health. Gordon had a smooth 125 HP. And Gordon takes round 2 instantly with the the geyser. Shows some expressionless of happiness and some respect at the same time. Once this starts 1-1, Gordon tries the same geyser, and it works on the counter. Gordon putting Mixer down to half health, dodging the trap with a dodge. Dodging the other trap as well. Mixer keeps getting the trap stuck. She gets the duplex, but doesn't finish it. Level 1 soft mains into the parry, and Mixer down to basically 1 half of that. Gordon's sitting at a nice 60%. It's the valley break. It's the guard break facing the block. Lucia. Round 3 goes to Woman.
Victory!
Round 4 starts. Match point. Both opponents close down. Gordon breaking that health tie. Getting 2 heavies back to back. His offense and Lucia. They up heavy and block, but it's fainted.
Victory!
Next round, 3-1.
Victory! Here comes a new challenger!
The battle of the is Ocelotl Orochi. Taking a lead, shutting down Orochi's offense, going down to basically 10 health. Like the last one faints it. Orochi lights, Storm Ash, the light, Ocelotl dodging. Storm Ash, Orochi down to 1 health.
Victory!
Neutral dodge attack after interrupting with an out of stamina light. Also, it takes round 1. Screams at the Orochi. Round 2 begins. Ocelotl with a decent health lead. Orochi fake storm rush into the parry. Goes for a double light. Both opponents close to the same health. Orochi not taking it over after Ocelotl's failed attempt at bounce. But also brings it back. Unblocked whiffs. Orochi's offense is starting to get into that groove where if you get an Orochi here, it takes the fight. Ocelotl doing a good job dodging Orochi's bashes. Goes for prowess stance, does not work. Orochi will punish. So Ocelotl whiffs a guard kick, Orochi capitalizes on it. Ocelotl down for
Defeat!
Alright, round 3 begins. Orochi already off to a decent health lead on the offense. Ocelotl trying to fight back with his infinite chains. He gets interrupted by a double light. Stops the block bonus strikes for a wall splat top heavy. Ocelotl bash gets interrupted by a heavy. Second heavy comes out. Ocelotl in a lot of trouble in health. Doesn't dodge the Orochi bash. Faints the heavy, but Orochi makes the read and goes for a dodge attack. Orochi now very low stamina, but has enough to put Ocelotl down for round 3.
Round 4.
Orochi trying to take it off the cameraman.
Victory!
Due to a sad instance of Orochi deciding to get too egotistical to attack the cameraman, Orochi forfeits round 2. Orochi threw away his golden lead against the Ocelotl for attacking a staff member. Both opponents eyeing each other up. Orochi lands the Storm Rush, goes for 2, and it works on the Ocelotl as he goes for a bash. Both opponents staring each other down, not knowing what they want to do. Ocelotl feint heavy into side dodge light, and next. Both blows health. Orochi with a killer light parry. And Ocelotl goes for the guard break on the Orochi bash, but eats the light that comes after because the light always comes out.
Victory!
Kicking the newest addition to the game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, round 1 of the very hyper-armored focused game comes out. Oh, Berserker already styling on Shigoki with a deflex, but no punish. Berserker keeping the health lead with that good zone, but it ends up hitting the ball when Shigoki doesn't. Berserker interrupts Shigoki dodge with a guard breaking into the wall for that. Dodges the hug, but puts himself out of stamina to get that top heavy off of the wall splat. Now Berserker doing a great job at avoiding all of Shigoki's stuff, but can't avoid the guard break while out of stamina. Because Shigoki's stuck in end lag after that heavy, after Berserker got up. Shigoki desperately at 1 health, dodges the hug. Berserker throws him, but not to the ground, because that didn't put him out of stamina. Shigoki with stamina back, goes for a light to interrupt. Berserker goes for the dodge light, which tracks Shigoki just enough to kill him. Berserker takes round 1. Round 2 starts. Berserker with a bit of a health lead. Shigoki really trying to get that hug to keep that health close as it is. With his healing factor, he could help him win a couple rounds. Shigoki getting a good hyper armor check. Berserker dodge attack. Calling the bluff on the unblockable and slamming the Berserker in the head. Getting the zone parry to light to headbutt for some good damage. Throws him to the wall. Finally gets his hug off. Closing the health distance. Actually putting Shigoki in the lead. Goes for 2. But doesn't connect. Berserker gets the wall spot, putting her back into the health lead. Dodges the headbutt. Shigoki also dodges the killing blow. Gets a parry, light, headbutt. We've seen it time and time again. Shigoki loves this combo. Goes for the neutral hug again, but misses. And Berserker takes round 2 after Shigoki throws it away.
Victory!
Maybe hoping Berserker wasn't paying attention. Match point for Berserker, but she runs into a geyser, putting her at half health against Shigoki. Not a place you want to be at, especially when your opponent can get health off light, but not headbutt this time. Goes for heavy feint to see what the Berserker would do. Berserker deflects and then dodges the headbutt. Gets a hyper armor trade with the light, but Shigoki takes round 3, saying he doesn't want to go down just yet. Stops the sweep in her tracks.
Defeat!
Just a little bit of respect. Keeps himself in the game. Just round 4 commits. Shigoki already in a dangerous spot here with the health. Berserker gets the wall spot the top heavy, putting Shigoki at a really low health. Shigoki fighting back while Berserker is out of stamina. What will Berserker do to keep herself from taking too much damage? Gets the right re on the unblockable. So does Shigoki. Shigoki now at his last life. Waiting for the light headbutt combo. Shigoki forward dodges but gets caught by a guard break. Berserker doesn't finish him, but 2 lights will take out Shigoki, knocking him out of the first round. Berserker moves on.
Victory!
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, round 1 begins with what I would say is a really unfavorable matchup for Lawbringer here. Going against something as strong as a Black Friar. Lawbringer recognizes the offense of Black Friar and decides to roll away to try to reset the offense. Doesn't fall for the bulwark, but does the wrong punish and realizes it. Tries to test the Black Friar's timing with a long right into his bulwark stance with a long. Black Friar says, no, I got my timings right. Dodges the light, putting Black Friar out of stamina, going for the long arm, but ends up missing. Guard break whiffing, Black Friar back to stamina. Black Friar is confident in his bulwark stance, he gets to the block and cuts Lawbringer down. Ending round 1. Showing a little bit of respect to the Lawbringer, saying, I know it's probably hard. Alright, Raptor starts Lawbringer with a shove. Gets the full charge unblockable off on Black Friar, getting him a decent health lead, but Black Friar is going to start to chip away at that lead. Both ones staring at each other, figuring out the next move. Black Friar tries to go for the bash, but he misses. Lawbringer messes up the input, throwing him into the geyser. Black Friar ends up flipping the long arm after a very weird punish. Lawbringer again deciding not to go with the geysers, instead doing all the damage himself. He says, I don't need the geyser. Lawbringer trying to get a little bit of BM, even though he's a round down, bashing the long arm. Black Friar ends up flipping the initial bash. And Black Friar on the verge of winning round 1, but Lawbringer gets the cheeky light to keep himself tied 1-1. After all those blunders, Lawbringer still comes out. Round 3, tiebreaker right now. Lawbringer kind of in a dangerous spot, missing all that health. Lawbringer gets flipped when he goes for the heavy, putting him in at lower health. Long arm misses yet again. Black Friar gets a nice crushing counter on Lawbringer light attack. Lawbringer falls for the bulwark feint. putting himself at a very dangerous line of health. Long arm misses again, and the light will put Lawbringer down before he can even get a hit on the Blackbriar. Alright, Lawbringer's starting off strong, getting a very huge lead on the Blackbriar. Goes for a flip and he gets it, but is that going to save his life? No! They're both going to go down. Lawbringer trying to be the good sport for pulling the Blackbriar out of the geyser. But both of them end up fighting too long in it, and both opponents go down. Before he can even go down, Lawbringer shoves the Blackbriar multiple times in the geyser, putting him out. With a prominent start, but Blackbriar shoves into the geyser. Will Lawbringer do the same? No, he won't. He'll go for the long arm into the geyser, but Blackbriar will flip it, putting him at a very, very low health before he can even get any damage on the Blackbriar. Blackbriar flips again, showing that this is his round to win. Lawbringer going to go up a really big hill. Barely getting any damage on that full combo, and Blackbriar slashes him out of the tournament with one final light attack. I think a little bit of homage and respect for Lawbringer at his final times. It was a tough round. Round begins. Both fighting awfully close. Maybe Griffin's trying to push him into the geyser, but he cannot be successful. Shallon decides to walk away from it, taking a light in the process. The blood difference from Shallon to... Oh! But he might push him into the geyser, and he does! Puts him out of round one. A quick and fast one, telling him to get down. Telling his days are numbered. Alright, round two beginning. Griffin with a really good starting health lead. Those two heavies, Chunky Shallon. Those three heavies, Chunky Shallon. Shallon is not done yet. Dodges the kick, gets the dodge attack. Fakes the heavy, and the deflect to parry from Shallon is clean. Shallon now at one health, dodging the kick that would have killed him. Going for a full combo. Deflects the... Oh my god, Shallon turns it around with a deflect, heavy feint, guard break, and puts Griffin out. But with the massive lead, Shallon comes back and ties it up 1-1. Alright, round 3 begins. Griffin starting with the average health lead he normally has, but Shallon is going to fight back with that triple light for bash. Shallon not dodging the kick or the bash, but the wall will stop Griffin's advances. Shallon reads the undodgeable, blocks it, blocks both of them. He's not falling for the heavy fate to guard break. Deflects the Griffin zone again, if only he would punish it. 3 lights coming out again to get some damage off. Dodges the kick, punishes it with 3 lights. Shallon not really using key stance all too often, and Griffin will take it with the double lights to put Shallon out for round 3. It looks like Shallon's even, so is Griffin, looking at their health. Both pretty tied up in health right now. Griffin just with that maybe 5 extra health. Shallon parries the enhanced light to put him in the health lead. Griffin dodges the kick and puts Shallon out with a quick guard break to heavy. Winning round 3 and knocking Shallon out, telling him, "You're here, I'm up here. Lick my boots."
Victory!
Alright, round 1 beginning. Valkyrie throwing Kyoshin into the geyser, taking all his health and ending the round instantly. His geysers are becoming a very big threat. Valkyrie now with his lower health problems because of the geyser that we couldn't see. Kyoshin really punishing her, getting the guard break lead on the full block. And here comes the reckoning of Valkyrie. Never mind, it's just a heavy. Dodging the sweep, but it got massive damage. Valkyrie getting a clean heavy in the guard break. Dodging Kyoshin's bash. Goes for the full block, but let's go too early, so Kyoshin ends up Alright, round 3 beginning. Both opponents close in health. Valkyrie gets the parry. Geyser goes down before Valkyrie can use it. Gets the full block on his defensive stance. It's a bash as well, but won't punish it with the light. There we go, there's the light punish. Both opponents getting away from it. Valkyrie re-locking it, getting a crushing counter as fast as possible. Zone interrupts Kyoshin's block, leaving Kyoshin down to 1 health. Kyoshin standing there unfazed. Valkyrie, perfect timing zone to interrupt the Kyoshin's on block. Perfect timing. And round 3 begins. Valkyrie a strong half-health lead almost against Kyoshin. Kyoshin full blocks Valkyrie heavy, getting some damage back. Guard breaking a Valkyrie, full block, turn her into the wall, and the light attack only. Valkyrie calls the bluff, goes for a full combo, but Kyoshin ends up dodging the sweep. Dodges the sweep again. Valkyrie puts Kyoshin down at the turret in round 3. Top plate through his defenses. Valkyrie moves on.
Victory!
Round 1 begins. Both ones kind of eyeing each other up. Tiandi ends up getting the high power trade, something Raiders would be more accustomed to do. Raider getting the 2 zones to put Tiandi already below half health. Raider blocks and parries. Some long heavy dodge attacks, and Raider gets pushed into the geyser to end round 1. That was Raiders' round to win, but round 2 starting, both opponents close on health. Raiders stunning tap gets parried. 2 stunning taps in a row, getting parried. Tiandi on his parrying game. Tiandi decides to get a flurry of bashes through. Raiders stops it by getting a nice heavy parry. Guard break attempt fails. Tiandi gets a beautiful crushing counter. It goes back in the offense. Decides to back up. Maybe get some stamina. Raiders not being dodgeable, but gets the light parry. It gets stopped by a heavy, and then stopped by a light to end round 2. Tiandi up 2-0. The run is starting match point for Tiandi. Carries the Raider zone. Starts going into bashes. Undodgeable hits. Bash does not, but the light does. Another bash coming through. Going for a heavy instead of a light, maybe to throw off the Raider. Raider decides to not try to hyper armor trade. Is going to be hit by flurry and flurry of Tiandi hits. Raiders just cannot seem to block any of Tiandi's offense and goes down to a quick 3-0.
Victory!
Round 1 begins. Gladiator getting a quick post tap to start it off. Akira missing a heavy. Gladiator opens up with a guard break. A lot of dodges coming back from both opponents. Akira really going in the offense. Gladiator decides to deflect her and then stand in a geyser just for a show of skill. Akira thanks him for the quick round 1. Multiple 2 starts. Gladiator knocking Akira into the geyser twice, putting Akira down. He really didn't need that first round. Gladiator is going to chill at a clean 1-1 without even losing any health. Round 3 starts. Gladiator gets a good skewer, putting the health lead extremely far in Gladiator's favor. Gladiator dodges the offense of Akira, but Akira's crushing counters will help her out in this fight. Akira now at 1 health gets a deflect on the Gladiator top light and guard it and grabs the skewer parry. Gladiator dancing around Akira like it's nothing and then getting all boastful after doing everything. Gladiator already in trouble, being thrown into the geyser before being able to be spectated. Already down to 1 heavy left. Decides to go for a flurry of lights, but it doesn't work. Akira is starting to punish accordingly. Gladiator deflects her just to show off and hits her with a heavy to two heavies connect, putting a fear and Gladiator's health being a lot closer. Fear whiffs a guard break, and Gladiator comes back from 1 health after being put into the geyser to knock a fear out. A fear's only round was Gladiator giving her the round. The only round 1 begins. Shaman already massively over in the lead, pulling a deflect out of a poster's book after throwing Conquer into the geyser. Conquer now back on the offense, but Shaman is unfazed by the bash feints. Conquer trying to stay in it. With his low health, it's going to be a lot harder. He can make a lot less mistakes when Shaman gets the heavy parry and light parry finally punishes it properly. Conquer not out of the game just yet, dodging the Shaman heavy to put their health pretty close, and Conquer ends up taking round 1 of Fury of Lights. Conquer starting the round, fixing the health that Shaman had here. Shaman going for the good zone, and the bleed connects. Shaman gets the bite off, while Conquer is stuck in daydreaming, trying to hit her with a heavy. Conquer ends up dodging the blocking, but can't dodge the flurry of soft beams Shaman is throwing at him. Now Conquer bleeding out as we speak. Shaman takes round 2 with a massive flurry of bleed soft beams from heavy. Alright, round 2 starts. Shaman getting a nice guard break to wall spot, gets the full combo but can't connect the soft beam bleed. Conquer's is hit by enough of those and decides to go for a massive flurry, putting Shaman down to 25% health left. Conquer done with Shaman's offense. Shaman gets out of the way of the geyser and carries the Conquer unblockable and slaps Conquer with a double heavy, putting him out for round 3. Shaman takes round 3 cleanly. Reflect off, getting close, but Conquer still at a massive health lead. Shaman does get a light parry. Decides to not punish with the heavy, going for a light. Conquer interrupts the heavy, but also trades with the unblockable. Conquer in a clean position, Shaman down to 1 health and slaps her with a light as he slaps himself. Coming out a flurry of blows, Shaman gets the zone, but Conquer gets the bash. Shaman not defending herself from the side heavy that comes from Conk. The triple lights will connect into bash, putting Shaman down to 1. Shaman does not get the bleed. Conquer blocks the heavy with full block and continues it with light and knocks Shaman out. Round 1, Conquer moves on after a
Victory!
offense of lights against Shaman.
Here comes a new challenger!
Round 1 starts. Warlord deciding to go for headbutt to guard break, which ends up confusing the JJ, and he gets it. JJ gets a nice hyper armor shot against Warlord. Warlord gets a nice parry off of JJ, and while he's stunned, he sneaks a heavy on him. Warlord kind of in the lead here by quite a bit, but puts himself out of stamina, going for the charge into the wall. Warlord unfazed by the JJ's feints. Getting his stamina back. Warlord again puts him into the stun, but only gets a light for it. JJ throws him into the wall, gets a side heavy, directly punishing him. Gets his unblockable stop to midway. Runs right into the Warlord's full block. Warlord finished the round with a quick light attack. Round 2 commences. JJ with a slow health disadvantage. Warlord going for the heavy, hits him, gets the full block to undodgeable, slamming JJ in the second round. Gets the hyper armor chain with a jump, gets the headbutt, but doesn't continue. Slams JJ with a flurry of lights, which puts JJ out of round 2, taking it 2-0. Match point, round 3. Looks like Warlord's already been thrown into a geyser. JJ with a decent start. He misses the gravestone. And now Warlord is now on the rushing offensive. Misses the parry when JJ's soft feints is heavy into a light. Is now on the offensive. JJ decided not to punish. Going for a head, but it misses. The lights from Warlord unable to be blocked. JJ almost turned into a geyser, but Warlord just misses. Warlord again with his flurry of lights has been working against him. Warlord ends up putting himself out of stamina after a full block headbutt. JJ gets a heavy, but also puts himself out of stamina, but puts himself back into stamina faster than Warlord, and JJ keeps himself into the game 2-1.
Victory!
JJ bowing to Warlord after a harsh 2 rounds against him, showing he's not done just yet. Right, JJ already kind of getting his salad tossed by Warlord. No geysers needed. Warlord gets the full block headbutt, 2 light attack. JJ is struggling now with the 1 health. Warlord gets the pin on the wall to the side of me, putting him out of stamina and cleans JJ out. Round 4, knocking JJ out of round 1 while Warlord moves on.
Victory!
Round 1 begins. Shinobi versus Medjai. This is gonna be a weird matchup. Shinobi has all the stuff to dodge, which he shows off just now, going for defense, but doesn't finish with it. Medjai's offense being shut down by Shinobi. Again, dodging Medjai's offense, yet again punishing Dash. Gets the parry on his dodge attack, decides to try to see if he's gonna fight against the unblocker, but he doesn't. Medjai getting a flurry of bashes in. But it doesn't seem to be enough, seeing as Medjai's damage is not all there yet. Never mind, as Medjai cleans it close with the light to heavy, bringing it to a 1-hit game. Shinobi dodging around, trying to get desperate, but Medjai with a quick zone slaps Shinobi out of round 1. Round 2 starts. Shinobi already kind of at a low disadvantage here. Medjai not barking, not fighting on that guard break counter. Keeping the health to be fair, much in his favor. Shinobi doesn't have to do much to break it. Double dashes don't connect this time. Doing a bit of learning. But those double lights will. Medjai's dash knocking Shinobi out of his. Shinobi gets the wall spot to kick, but there's nothing confirmed after that. The full zone comes up connecting Shinobi with another wall spot to top heavy. Barely hanging on to his stamina. Goes for heavy, doesn't connect, but light also blocked. And Medjai finishes it with a quick light bash light. Round 2 coming. Both opponents close to the same health. Shinobi back to the geyser, not scared, the guard break. Shinobi now really hurts. Misses a guard break, but the tombstone stops Shinobi's punish. Shinobi down to 1 health on the final round. Can he really pull this back? Dodges the light into bash because of the punish, goes for a heavy, and just like the first round, Medjai slaps him out of it with a zone, quickly putting Shinobi down 3-0.
Victory!
Round 1 begins. Highlander not paying attention, but quickly getting attacked with a hype run for a heavy to clean the health lead up. Sanju on a massive tear in the offense. Seems like Highlander really can't get a grip right now, but it will stop her with the offensive light into kick to grab to really tie up the health lead here. Now with more health than heavy. Missing the crushing counter. He's going to be punished by a flurry of dodge attacks. Going for zone, maybe not the best call, but does get the guard break to light. Offensive light misses. It seems like Highlander again cannot deal with
Victory!
Seemed to deal with that last one, but couldn't get the second last one, but couldn't deal with the last dodge attack. Highlander losing round 1. It's a nice parry. Big grab does fail to connect, but Zan's flurry of dodge attacks yet again does get the crushing counter on the zone attack. Dodge attack hits again. Ledge. Highlander unfazed by the unblockable. The Celtic Curse just come in. And now on 1 health. Cannot deal with the dodge attacks, but yet again does, proving me wrong. Offensive light misses. Zen vehemently throws him into the geyser when he's at 1 health. Taking it 2-0. See again those flurry of dodge attacks, but Highlander is dealing with them more and more with those crushing counters. Like I'm in a dangerous spot, but does get the hyper overtrade, giving him the lead, getting the crushing counter. Moves the offensive, misses, dodges the light. So does Zanhu. Close anyone's game, but Highlander crushing counters, making it 2-2. The reverse sweep for Highlander is incoming as we speak.
Round 5.
Highlander attacks the cameraman twice and ends up dying for it. Now, frankly, I'm not really happy about that. I'm going to give Highlander the benefit of the doubt and go for a final round here. The winner takes all in this last round. Right, final round commencing. Highlander starting with a crushing counter. Parrying already. Seems like already playing better than the last one. Going for the maybe hyper overtake, but is getting slapped up as we speak. Highlander knocking her into the geyser. Closing the health lead. Tries to dodge a light.
Victory!
Heavy. And Zanhu takes it. 3-2. Round 1 commencing. Seems like Warmonger is going to start by getting a parry, throwing her to the geyser. For some reason, her dodge frames pushed her back into the geyser for 2 hits. Warmonger ends the round in a lip. Actually begins Warmonger already with a steady health lead. But he's kind of on the defensive against Pirates with massive offense. Getting a level 2 bash to kind of shut her down. Gravestone stopping both of them in their tracks. Warmonger dodging the light, getting the heavy unblockable. Pirates playing defensive now, trying to interrupt, but Warmonger gets the guard break, but nothing about it. Gets a beautiful light parry. Falls from the heavy unblockable feint. Pirate getting the undodgeable hit. Close game still, anyone's game. Pirate knocks her out of the bash. Dodges the light, gets the pistol blast. Both down to 1 health. Warmonger dodges the first one, but decides to go for a level 3, which means the Pirate can get her undodgeable and knock Warmonger down. Round 2 goes to Pirate. Right, round 3 commences. Warmonger seems to have already knocked Pirate into the geyser. Pirate is not backing down on her offense. Warmonger getting a cheap top heavy to connect, feinting her unblockable, but mess up the Pirate, getting a guard break on her. Getting a heavy feint to GB to knock Pirate out of round 3. Really showing, looking through her eyes, saying, this is my game to win here.
Victory!
Round 4 commencing. Warmonger on match point with a tied health lead, but Pirate knocking that back already, putting Warmonger into a critical state of health. Alright, dodge deck does connect while Warmonger is sleeping. Pirate with the geyser to her back. Warmonger gets a level 3 after 2 clean lights, putting her in the health lead. But Pirate quickly shuts her down with a quick flurry of lights. Tying it up 2-2. Warmonger starting off with a quick heavy attack after a wall splat, getting a parry. She gets the wall splat punish. Goes for a forward dodge, knocking the Pirate out of her guard break, but decides to feint it instead. Already with a massive health lead, and ends Pirate, telling her, look me in the eyes. I gave you those 2 rounds for free. Out of my tournament, says Warmonger.
Victory!
Pirate is knocked out of the first round. So probably many people's
Victory!
and maybe relief.
Here comes a new
go, ladies and gentlemen, the final match of round 1, Nobushi Jormungandr. So maybe some of you saying, did Jormungandr already play in the first round? And yes and no. The fact of the matter is, there's an imbalance of players in this tournament. 33 characters in For Honor, which Yorm is getting pieced up on trying to explain it. Good lord! Nobushi puts Yorm down instantly. As I was saying, due to the odd number of players, there is not enough to have a clean first round, which means Jormungandr have to play, unluckily, 2 games to complete round 1. Alright, round 2 begins, Yorm starting the offense, but Nobushi shutting it down pretty quick. Yorm not wanting to get hit by multiple lights again, does get guard broken. Nobushi does mess up the combo, but Yorm does dodge right into her heavy. Yorm hyper armor trees, but it misses. But knocks Nobushi into the wall for a quick double heavy and light. Yorm's gotta watch his stamina. He's down to 1. Goes for a dodge attack. It does connect. Guard break does not work. Nobushi's guard break does. She whiffs on the top heavy. Yorm now out of stamina. Fully gotten it back. Blocks the light from Nobushi. Getting a bash to zone. Bane bash missing, but it recovers with a zone attack to knock Nobushi out of round 2. Keeping himself in the match after that hard first round he got himself into. Round 3, and Yorm already has Nobushi on the ground for a very hard health lead. Knocking Nobushi out of her heavy, knocking her also out of her bash. Feints the bash into light and it works, but Yorm is now out of stamina while Nobushi is now almost out of health. She decides to stare at the Yorm while she's out of stamina, but it seems to have done nothing. Yorm dodges the light. Runs close to the wall, but Yorm will get the zone off to knock Nobushi out of round 3, even though the walls were really messing with both of them there. Yorm with a good health lead, but those final bashes will never connect, so he finally decides to punish it properly. The guys on the side pushes Yorm, and the health lead has just diminished. Yorm all steaming, probably very angry that the Geyser took most of the health lead. The hidden stance blocks the light, and now Yorm is bleeding out. Yorm's heavy would have connected if it didn't slam into the wall. And Yorm bleeds out. Unfortunate turn of events. Yorm is massively dwindled by the environment. Nobushi's lifeline of the wall saving her life. Yet again, needs to be thrown a flag at Nobushi for trying to attack the cameraman. Not faster. I mean, not slower. That was actually faster. Another flag on the field, both on their final warnings. Yorm versus Nobushi, both rounds. Flagged for penalties. Now final round that can commence. Is she trying to get away even though she has the health lead? Trying to maybe use the reach of her stick to her advantage. Gets the light parry. Gets a triple light to get the lead. The kick does eventually miss, but she's going to roll away from Yorm's offense yet again. Baiting in the parry. Getting it. Lights. Zone does connect. Knocking Yorm out of her dodge. Gets the wall strike.
Victory!
Not sure if she understands it, but it's enough for Nobushi to take it over Yorm. Nobushi moves on in round 1. Yorm is gone. That completes round 1. This now concludes round 1 of the AI Duels tournament. Now, to remind the people at home, the people that are moving on are Nobushi, Itakiri, Centurion, Warden, Orochi, Berserker, Blackfriar, Griffin, Valkyrie, Tigandi, Gladiator, Conk, Warlord, Medjai, Zanhu, and Warmonger. The people that have been eliminated have been Jormungandr, Peacekeeper, Kensei, Nusha, Ocelotl, Shigoki, Lawbringer, Shaolin, Kyoshin, Raider, Afira, Shaman, JJ, Shinobi, Highlander, and Pirate. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of probably 3 or 4 to come. And I hope you guys stick around to watch the rest of it. Remember, click that sub button so you do not miss a tournament episode. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.